Hi people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Time it's almost approaching towards 2:30 in the morning. I'm just gonna do the one video tonight because my tonsil is hurting a little bit. So if I talk too much, it will be not really good for the health. So I prepared myself some nice little green honey lemon tea. I think that should help. And I have prepared a starter pack for fragrance collectors who just got into this game. I have got requests to do this from couple of my community members, younger brothers, friends. So I thought of like how many fragrances needed. So many people ask me when I start collecting, how many do you think I need, brother? So there's no such exact answer to that question. It can be two, it can be one, it can be five, it can be 10. So there's no such thing. There's no such rule that you need exact this number of fragrances. What you need is nice little mix. I feel like you need to have a good mix, not everything of same type. But if you're that kind of collector, like you like freshies, you can collect all the freshies, no problem. But it to each his own. But what I really feel like, let me have final sip at the tea, then we'll start. Yeah, that's good. So what I really feel is when I started collecting, I was collecting like my favorite fragrances, but at the same time, like I was into different type of fragrance. Like I got La Nuit de L'Homme, Dior Intense, those are sweet ones. Then I got Polo Blue, Versace Porum, those are freshies. Then I got some darker ones, powerhouse ones. So I started collecting. Then of course I collected May, but I really felt like if you actually have so many fragrances, like you do not know where you keep them, then you have way too many. I'm going to give you a little introduction, then you'll understand why. And then it's not really convenient anymore, so you have to have within reach, like whatever you have. If you can rotate them, you can use them all, then you are doing good. So 10 fragrances with examples. Okay, 10 types of fragrance. These are not the exact fragrance you need, but types. Let's start. I have actually 10 plus one honorable mention. I'll mention it in the end. So first fragrance category, I would say fresh, like aquatic, ozonic, citrusy, this kind of type is the most popular one. This one gets most view in my channel. So this type, you have like the most fragrance out there. Like most of the fragrance in the market, if you go, you see tons of freshies, blue fragrances, aquatics. So I just show you an example, which is called Mankind Legacy by Kenneth Cole. Nobody mentions it, so I'm mentioning it instead of the Sauvages, Blood de Chanel, Hawas. So this is a little bit lesser known, but it's a very magnificent fragrance. I absolutely loved it. Check out my review on this. Really nice bottle, and it really surprises you. It catches you off guard. It's just that good. It's very ozonic, aquatic. If you need to smell this to understand how nice that smells. But what this one does is that when summer hits you, the sunny days, you need something for daytime. You need to go out, you want to feel fresh, you don't want to really sweat it, you don't need to put something very heavy, spicy. So for that kind of a warmer day, you can try this. This is not going to be like a very expensive fragrance, 40-50 tops. Okay, so that is the first category, blue aquatic kind. The example is Mankind Legacy by Kenneth Cole. So that is number 10. Number 9 is that type you need a cheap fragrance. Okay, and when I say cheap, it means like it's affordable, that you don't feel guilty when you spray so much, and you can put it on casually every day, anywhere you go. Garage, you're gonna be greasy, you're gonna be working, sweating, and you go to gym, you want to put something not very expensive stuff, like luxurious stuff. Nobody wears that unless you are super rich. But for that kind of a scenario, you need something that even if you drop the bottle, it's the worst case scenario, you can afford to buy another backup bottle right away, or weeks time. That fragrance could be something like Ellis 360-degree red. After a long time, I don't think anybody's showing this anymore. Massive bottle. So this is kind of funny bottle, funny looking bottle, but the fragrance is very nice. It's supposedly a spicier alternative to Acqua di Gio. So this one also achieves what the Mankind achieves, but it is cheaper than that, much cheaper. The 200 ml will cost cheaper than the Kenneth Cole. So this one is your pleasure, guilty free pleasure kind of fragrance. This is the second type. So you can collect it like that. It's just suggestions, okay, just for ideas. Number 3, I'm going to show you fresh and clean, but you need a little bit more upscale. Like you want to wear something for more formal occasion, with your suit in summers for sure, but you want to wear something for office. You can wear those first two fragrances for office, but this is a little bit more upscale. Like if you can afford like a little bit more, you can go with Prada Lhomme. This kind of fragrances. Prada is luxurious, soapy, and then it smells of class. It has decent longevity and projection, and people on most part really like this smell. It has this iris, it has this soapy, fresh, clean vibe. that many other Pradas have, but this one I feel is very luxurious. So when you start collecting, this could be definitely like one soapy fragrance, like a fresh out of the shower, or dryer sheets, or laundry kind of smell. This could achieve that, but similar type of fragrance also can achieve that. So keep that in mind. Prada Lhomme is my third category. So number four is a category. Let's go a little bit sweet. So for sweet, what I mean by, let's say you want to go for night out, clubbing, you like this kind of with your friends, going for a drive, you want to put something sexy on, like, you're gonna have some fun time, right? So it has to be something like when I was talking about those Diorum Intenses or Lanvin Lhomme. This is from that era, but I think nobody's talking about it, so I picked it up randomly. It's called Versace Eros, and I picked up the Parfum. So this fragrance is mint, green apple, tonka, and vanilla. This is the combination. It's very, very strong, solid perfumer. And this thing actually, when you sweat, I think Jeremy said that first, like in 2016. When you sweat, this mixes with your sweat, and it really performs beastly. And the projection from this, it's very much. If you, let's say, go to clubbing, it's a known scent. Do not be fooled by those reviewers when they say, "Hey, it's known everybody. It's known by everybody." It's like dated. I don't think that's how fragrances work. Women in general, they don't keep tally of fragrances, like, oh, this guy smells like Dior Sauvage, was my like a boyfriend. No such thing, like popularity doesn't really harm, but this fragrance is really like a safe, playful choice for this type of fragrance. You can pick any fragrance, once again, like Valentino's, or you can pick up 1 million latest one, Le Male, Elixir, or whatever it is out there. But this is like a sexy night out sweet scent, which is very loud. So now, next one is a category. I'm gonna have some weird categories as well. Otherwise, I could finishing this in five categories. Number five category is a weird category. Pick up a fragrance maybe you do not like or understand. Okay, pick up a weird category. This category basically will give you a very unique fragrance. Like nobody smells like you. Nobody in your area, for sure, in your area or your city, unless it's a big city. Even if it's a big city, nobody's wearing this. So you pick up a weird fragrance. Let's say cases like Halloween, okay, or sometimes you want to go out on Valentine's, but you're single. You can pick up something like Lempicka Homme by Lolita Lempicka. This house, it's weird. Okay, I do have the other one, yeah, Au Masculine. This is similar to that, but that one is a bit more boozy. So this one is the licorice note, which is very unique. When you wear this, it's got a little bit of woodiness, a little bit of the licorice. It's sweet, candy-like, and it's creepy. Okay, so more and more you wear fragrances, you appreciate fragrance like Gucci Guilty Absolute, Interlude Man. Those are more scary ones, but this is a weird one. So you need a weird fragrance. Trust me, you'll feel really happy with your combination. If you are just a 10 fragrance collector, this is definitely worth a look. Okay, Lempicka Homme. Okay, so now five left. Next one is an easy one. You need a dating fragrance. Okay, night out and dating is not exactly the same. You can wear the same fragrance like Eros, but you need a little bit more intimate situation. Like you're not going with your bros, right? So you need like a sexy time. You want to smell masculine, maybe kind of like a tobacco, leather. This kind of a smell with spiciness. Sweet spiciness. Spice bomb comes to mind, but also I think this fragrance actually takes the cake. Bvlgari is Man in Black. This is now officially very expensive, but you can pick up anything from this type. You can go Pure Heaven, which is expensive, but pick up something like, nice little, uh, you can say spicy fragrance. This is like a sweet, spicy fragrance with maybe rum, a little bit of a booze, a little bit of a tobacco, but mostly emphasis on spiciness. So this is a good spicy fragrance to have. So spicy fragrances, definitely you should pick one, that would give you very good confidence for night outs. Next one, I would say, for when you talk about boozy or tobacco, particularly tobacco, you can try this one. This is a sweeter tobacco, but you can try any tobacco you like. You can go for something like, I don't know, CK1 Shock. That's great, but more on the casual side. But a little bit more premium would be something like 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirit by Man-Made. This is a fragrance. This one got, I think, red wine. It got tobacco. It got that, that boozy, the sweetness, honey, also very unique like Lempicka. But let's say you can consider this as a boozy. You can consider this one as a tobacco, or alternates, so one boozy, one tobacco. What they're going to give you for your mood, particular mood. Trust me, you need a different fragrance and different mood. If it rains, you want to wear something, but if it's like hot out there, you need to wear something else. You don't feel like wearing the same fragrance every day. It's very difficult. It hardly happens. But I would say tobacco fragrances are really nice, and they are one of a kind. If you can go up, in the niche territory, you're going to get even more uniqueness. But tobacco is definitely in this list. So far we think I think we did 7 already. Now number 8 is a fragrance. I would tell you, get something from old school style. And when I say old school doesn't really mean very old. Like, I have this fragrance, a lot of story with this fragrance. When I was younger, like my college days or something like that, I smelled it, or school days I smelled it. I always felt like this is a man's man fragrance, something your father would wear, your uncles would wear, elder people would wear. But I cannot pull it off. But when I grew up, I thought this was one of my signature scent. And this is kind of like a spicy amber. It gives you sensation of how to say, amber, leathery, but reminds you like of older types. So you a little bit go back in time. Such a fragrance would be Sikh Obsession for men. So this other category is just an imaginary category, definitely. But I think if you have something like this one, Givenchy Gentleman, the 70s version, Azaro Porom, this kind of fragrance, a little bit masculine, a little bit grown up. You do not wear this every day, trust me. But you, once in a while, the weekends, you want to feel like Jacquard Noir. This is the kind of fragrance. So check out my review on Obsession. This is one of the best sellers of CK House, and it still sells a lot. Okay, so that's the next category. So the following category is a special one. This fragrance is a special, I would say, category. You need a scary fragrance. Okay, out of all these, nothing has been so scary so far. They are all good. But when I talk about scary, this can scare you as well. You can be scared of this. You can be scared of wearing this, but get it. Get one fragrance, because sometimes you want to mess with people. You want to go to a place, where people are wearing like Aventus and they go like, I am the king. Then you go and tell them, no, I am the emperor. You wear Kouros. This is called a man's man fragrance, just like Obsession, but with so much more scare. Okay. Why do you need Kouros? Kouros is the fragrance that defines a fragrance. Like, this is a man's man. This is Al Pacino in Scarface, or, I don't know, Carlito's Way, like movies like those. So ultimate, skanky, animalic, floral, clean yet dirty. All those things this one gets. But if you feel like, you want to be the man and you want to be taken seriously with respect, wear Kouros, or or own something like Lapidus. Check out where people say powerhouses and their performance is going to be top notch. It's going to project all day, right? Kouros is great. So ultimate one, number 10. Then we have one honorable mention. I'll show you. Number one, I will tell you, get an expensive fragrance. Sometimes you, as a beginner, you do not know what to get. Then you get really confused. You start getting like One House, Dunhill, everything, CK, everything, Dolce & Gabbana, everything. Don't do that. Pick up the fragrance that you like. You don't have to collect every single fragrance from a house, because that may not work out. Not everything is great from one house. May not be to your taste. But when I say expensive one, means a special occasion one. You really, really take it out for a rare occasion like Christmas, Eid, Puja, whatever is your occasion, and you really enjoy that on the special occasion like New Year's Eve or getting married. So for that, I would pick up something like Angel Share by Kilian. It's on the sweeter side once again, just like the 1821, but this is remarkable. Check out the reviews. For a reason, this is one of the most famous fragrances ever. So that's your 10. But then I have one additional in this list. Sometimes, most of the fragrances in some countries, I get like, how to say, request from countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. They say, brother, most of the fragrances I have smell nice, but do not last. So do you have any solution? Yeah, there are many solutions to that. Like, you need to respray all the time, which is not a good solution. Basically, it means like you finish a bottle in a week. That doesn't work. What really works, I think, for me is you can use Vaseline, which sounds funny, but if you put Vaseline on your skin, it becomes more moist, and then you spray the fragrance, it lasts longer. Second tip is put it on the shirt. That way it lasts longer. Third thing is stay within the AC. Do not go out in the high heat. But then imagine you have to. So what you're gonna do? You can't wear dark fragrance in summer, can you? No. So to enhance something like Mankind, if you feel it's not that strong enough, Prada Lhomme, for example, or any of these other ones, if you feel like you want more performance out of it, get a fragrance which will give you a magical, like, uh, how to say, ISO is super sort of fragrance. Like, that one doesn't have a smell but enhances the performance, which we know from YouTube. So this could be something like Molecule, like Escentric O1 from Escentric Molecules. This is the honorable mention because this is not really a fragrance. Most of the time I can't smell it. It's like a woody, kind of like a watery, mild sweet, mild spicy kind of a smell. It comes and goes. People sometimes tell me, man, you are smelling just by wearing this. People say, man, you're smelling great. What is that fragrance? It's like a simple perfume, but it's weird and it's nice. And imagine that it mixes with something like Prada Lhomme. It enhances the performance like at least by 2 3 hours. It happens, trust me. So maybe you can have that. So there you go, 10 plus 1. This type of fragrances, not exactly these, you can get your favorite ones. Do your research, do some shopping, do some sampling, then you'll know which ones you like, right? You don't have to pick these exactly. But when you have this, I think as a starter, you're not doing so badly. But then you, to each his own, you can do whatever you like. You can get 10 boozy fragrances, you can get 10 coffee based perfumes. Most important is enjoy the game. Do not feel like a burden, to please others, to be accepted in the community. I have to get Aventus. No, do you say Aventus here? No. You don't have to fall for that hype train, right? You do what you like. But if you do like Aventus, do get Aventus as well. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. And hopefully you like the episode. Take care. And welcome to February, month of Valentine's, which I'm going to do a Valentine's list soon. Take care. Bye bye.